gonna calm down right now. Do you hear me?
They're both in there with their heart stuff. The guy's talking about him like that.
Do you think this is helping?
Kelly, where is Kelly?
You can't see her. They're working on her.
Working on her?
Yeah.
What about you?
They're both in there. Flatline.
Oh, cardiac arrest when? When? And who's taking care of her?
Spencer Truman is.
Him?
Well, take a look around. This hospital's been overwhelmed by the storm. We're lucky to have him.
Do you think it was true? What we overheard that paramedic say that when Kelly and Duke were found together, they were naked?
I need to talk to Kevin.
No. Tell me Kelly is alive. Tell me.
He is. They both are.
Oh, thank God.
But the situation is very grave. They're both going to need surgery right away.
Yes. So what are you waiting for? I'll sign the papers.
Kelly and Duke are suffering from the same injuries. Traumatic cardiac arrest brought on by the pressure of the roof that fell on them. Also, massive internal bleeding caused by internal injuries.
They're both without oxygen to the brain for some time. Kevin, listen. There is an experimental surgery, okay? It's very risky, but I think you can minimize the damage. The mortality rate is very high, but without it. I'm the only surgeon on the East Coast that's ever been able to successfully perform this surgery.
Hey, then stop talking about it and go in there and save Kelly.
It's a very long and difficult procedure. We're already backed up in the OR, and we're running low on personnel.
So what are you telling me?
What I'm saying is that my belief is that in the time it takes to operate on one patient, the other one will die.
Of course, you're the only doctor in the world who can perform this operation. What an ego.
What I said was that I'm the only doctor here who can perform the operation.
So you're saying that there is no chance the second patient will survive the
There's
wait?
always a chance. Just the odds are not very good, that's all.
Kevin, you can't let Kelly die. You have to do the right thing.
Dorian, you will not put this on Kevin. Now, Dr. Truman, there's supposed to be some sort of protocol in cases like this, right?
Yes, but Kevin is listed as next of kin to both of them.
She forgot to change the records, that's all.
That matters right now, Dorian. Legally, it's up to Kevin. He has to sign the consent. Furthermore, this is experimental surgery. I need consent.
But then you can't do that. You're talking about his son and the woman that he loves.
I cannot play God here. The decision is Kevin's to make.
So what you're doing is you're asking me to choose who lives and who dies.
Hear what the records say. I'm Kelly's closest relative, and I want her in that OR right now.
Dorian, this is a terrible thing that has happened to both of our families. Will you stop just thinking about yourself?
I'm thinking about Kelly.
If Kelly were here, she would realize that there are other people involved in this as well. Now, back off.
It's not that I want Duke to die, but he's younger and stronger than Kelly is. He has a much better chance of surviving until Spencer can do the operation on him. I don't think that Kelly will be able to hold on that long. Now, please, operate on Kelly now.
Kevin, tell me what to do.
Dr. Truman.
What's the status on the patients?
They're both hanging on by a thread. Kelly is far more unstable. Duke is holding his own, but I don't know how long that will last. If we don't get Kelly up into surgery soon, she's not gonna make it.
I get the sick feeling that Spencer's enjoying this. Son, don't do this. Don't make this decision.
I have to.
No. Truman is forcing you to. Now, you may be thinking of Kelly and Duke, but I'm thinking about you and how you're going to deal with this for the rest of your life. Now, you may be angry at them. You got every right to be. But, son, you won't know why you made the decision. Was it love? Was it revenge? And if one of them should die...
Okay, Dad, please, just... God almighty, just...
What were you talking about?
About the worst thing a man could have to face.
Oh, please, Mr. Buchanan.
His son and his ex-wife both coded.
I know, they're both critical.
But that poor woman's much worse off than the guy.
You think?
Great. Dr. Truman, I insist that you operate on Kelly right now.
Kevin's only had a few minutes to process all this. I suggest we give him another moment.
Kelly might not survive that moment.
Or Duke, for that matter.
This is insane. You know that, don't you?
I wish I could be in two places at once, but I can't. Obviously.
Dr. Truman, take Kelly into surgery. Truman. Take Kelly into surgery.
Thank God.
No, wait a minute. I mean, this is ridiculous. There's got to be other doctors. Somebody must be able to operate.
There isn't anyone else, and I don't have time to discuss this any further. I have to go. Excuse me.
But this can't be happening. There has to be another way.
The tornado did so much damage to the roads. I'm sure if there was another surgeon here who could do the operation, they probably weren't able to drive to the hospital.
Well, then so what? You just pick who gets treated and who...
I'm sorry. Excuse me, I have to make a phone call.
Oh, my God, Clint, I can't even imagine the hell that Kevin is going through. What's going to happen if Kelly lives and Duke dies?
Listen, everything is being made ready. Do not give up hope on Duke just yet, okay? As provided everything goes well in the OR with Kelly, then there's no reason why I can't save him as well. The problem is with this type of trauma to the heart, sometimes the blood flow is very severely limited to the brain, okay? Needless to say, time is of the essence. All right, orderlies, get Miss Kramer prepped and into the OR ASAP. And listen, keep your eyes on Mr. Buchanan. Keep me apprised of any change in his condition. I also need to put a second team together. Got it?
Kelly's been injured.
Was she all right?
No, she's not all right. Dr. Truman is preparing her for open heart surgery. And
Open heart surgery?
we've got Kevin Buchanan to thank for all of this.
What are you talking about? I saw Kevin last night. He was worried sick about
Yes, of
Kelly.
course he was worried. Because he knows that... Oh, dear God. If she dies, if she does... Why am I even saying this? Why are you even letting me think this way? Please, of course Kelly's going to be all right. Because your Dr. Spencer Truman is going to be the miracle worker that you think he is.
Why'd you do it? I mean, Kelly and I, we've hurt each other many times, but you've never let me down. You never betrayed me. Until now. I know that I wasn't a great dad. But I loved you. I would have given you the world. This is how you repay me. I mean, you're my son. You're the only son I will ever have. Oh, God. I hope it was worth it. I mean, did you really love her that much? Or do you just hate me that much? Why did you do it, Duke? I just need to know why.
And what kind kind of internet cafe can't connect to the internet.
Calm down.
Well, is this an internet cafe or not? You said the red squiggly letter said internet cafe.
Look, this is Thailand. This happens all the time. You just got to get used to it. I mean, sometimes they're down for days.
No, I don't have days.
Okay, take a deep breath. Sometimes they're up and running in a few minutes. Who knows? I mean, it's not going to kill anybody if we wait for a few minutes.
Don't be so sure about that.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Okay, then let's just wait. And you could tell me about this mysterious man who's supposed to be the father of the baby I supposedly had. He must have been madly in love with me. What was his name again? Todd?
I knew you'd come through for me. I knew you'd get me out of here.
I'm not the one.
Of course you are. You'll always be the one.
I'm not the one who got you out of jail, Todd.
But you're here. And they set me free. And you love me.
That's the problem, Todd. It hurts too much to love you.
Wait. You can't go.
I have to.
What are you gonna do? You gonna go back to Spencer? Claire, can't you see? He's the killer. He's more than dangerous. You gotta believe me.
How can I?
You can't stay with him.
What am I supposed to do, Todd? Go back to you? You'd never forgive me for the things I've done. You never forgive anyone.
It's not true. It's not true. I'll forgive you. She didn't get me out of here. Who did?
Spencer, I know that we have had our differences in the past, but I trust that you will put all of that aside and just concentrate on saving Kelly's life.
That is my full intention, Dorian.
Dorian, if anyone can save Kelly, it's Spencer. Come on.
Thank you, Blair. I will do everything I can, Dorian, I promise you.
Thank you. Listen to me. Kelly is going to be fine. Okay? Yes. Excuse me, I'm going to try Adriana again.
What kind of father am I? I think I'm supposed to protect my son. I'm to forgive him. And when they were clearing away the debris, and I saw him there with Kelly, I didn't see my son. I saw a man who had stabbed me in the back.
Spencer, have you given her the tracheal intubation yet?
She's prepped and ready to go.
Answer something. What do you honestly think her chances are?
Well, she's young, she's strong. I think her chances are pretty good. You know, I mean, it all depends on what I find once I get in there. Look, even though I developed this technique, I've only really performed it once.
Dare I ask what happened to that patient?
Well, they were under different circumstances.
Look, we have faith in you, Spencer.